G'day guys, welcome back. We are back in Valheim. I've just been I'm at the pub and I've been waiting for Steve to get me a drink for about 45 minutes now, and he still hasn't brought one over. But it was raining outside, so I've just been relaxing here. Anyway, you can get stuff, Steve. But anyway, if you like the video, make sure you like and subscribe. It costs you nothing. What we're going to do today is move the wolves. We're going to put them outside of the wall. So anyway, let's do it. So the first thing we need to do is find a place for them, and I'm going to put them up on the tower. They're not my piggies, but they'll love them. So we'll put them up on top of the tallest tower that I've got, which is here. So I've already got all the materials. All the tables are downstairs, so we can start building. So what we need to have is a 1x1 gap. So that's where I need iron. Now I'm going to put 3 in here. So if we go 1, 2, 3 along there, and then the fence is in front, and that means I'll drop the babies off that side. So we'll grab half of this, and we'll chuck in these ones. And then I'm hoping I don't have to do too much here. I can just chuck them in. So we want 1. Well that's, 3. Okay. So that's our 3. And then it should be this simple. Grab the rest of that. And then all we're going to do is push 3 into there. And then feed them at the front here. And then we'll cover this with a roof. Okay, so these are just going to be normal. These guys, I think they go through the steel. But how many do I have? 10. So I've got enough for that if I want to. Okay, let's go get 3 wolves and see if we can get 3 wolves up here. Follow, follow, and follow. And then we should be able to just push them in. Well, you can follow just in case. Can you guys get through there? Come on, push him. Alright, well there's 3. He's stuck. They'll probably get stuck in here. One, 2, 3. All the animals in Valheim love climbing stairs, so if you ever want to herd them, make sure that you have some stairs set up. particularly the piggies. They mightn't get through that. I didn't think about when I put that down. Oh yeah, that's blocked. Get rid of that. Alrighty, so come on, one of yous. I just want one. Okay, alrighty, we might just lock them in. Can I lock them in? Because they want to go back down the stairs if I go over to that side. So we'll lock that in. Oh no, we want heavy build that one. And we want it facing this way. Alright, let's push one of these dudes in. And see what happens. Alright. Okay, now we want them to be facing the way that we want them to be facing. We want them in. Okay, so you can go in there. And we want this guy. Can I get his tail? No. Oh, there. He stays, and we'll push you in. They're all facing the right way, which is the important part. Okay. Tail. No. Wolf stays. No, he's facing this way for some stupid reason. Why? This is what always happens. I've got 6. So let's stick a roof on top so they can't get out. And someone shouldn't, or all the creatures shouldn't see who they are. Okay, so why are you not facing this way? Okay, let's go get some food. I've got some here. Now the thing with the food is you've got to have different types. But we'll see what happens. So if I chuck the deer on the inside, here's my mate, you can stay. See, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go home and we'll come back in the daytime. Okay, so we're back in the morning and I've picked up some food. So we'll feed them and see whether they stack together. So we'll chuck some pork this side. Not far enough. Pork. There we go. And pork. And he should turn on that. There we go. And deer. So the pork should not combine and the deer should stay in the middle. Alright, so that's perfect. So we want a guide here. So that's where we want to be standing. Okay, so they are already starting to breed. And we just got to check whether this one has a baby, whether it stays in or stays out. If it stays in, I'm just going to get rid of it and just have the 2. I don't understand why 3 makes a difference, why he's facing that way. I don't understand it. Why would these 2 do that and they... Anyway. I need wood. So let's build a roof on top of this bad boy. Now we don't want to put anything on that back. What have I got left? 4. That's not enough. Anyway. Yeah, that's a 2. Okay, so we're out of wood. Up here. Okay, so there's our first baby, and it should be down there. There we go. And that's just going to go out into the wild, and but the main thing is going to be outside of our compound, which is what I want. That's the snapping point there. Stick that up there, and one across. And then we'll fill that in. Fill that in with... Oh, I can do one piece, can I? There. And we want to repair all this. Get that out. Just going to do it all in wood, I think. Be better. This one. We're going to be able to get through there on a door. That's going to be different, isn't it? So we want one here. And we can come down there, can't we? Yeah. Okay, so we can snap that one in, and then that is 2. Well, we can't do 2, so that's going to be a little bit awkward when we do our roof. But it should be fine. And then we'll snap it in on this side. Get rid of that. And one more. Right. Alrighty. And then one across here. Okay, so this one's going. Okay, it's not going to work. I know, I've been through it too many times, so we'll just make it a 2. I don't know why. 7. You're dead. And pick you up. And what happened to that dude? Did he go? We want that one. And another one of these. And they can just breed away. 2's plenty anyway, once you get into level 2s. And the good thing about level 2 wolves is they feed themselves. So they go out into the wild, and then they'll kill the pig, and then they feed themselves. And then if they have more than 4, they start breeding with themselves. So they're actually multiplying in the wild as well. Alrighty, and then one in here. And a ladder. Like such. But I do want to do this out of the tar. Alright, so I don't have any tar on me. So we'll take all this back, drop it off, and grab some tar. I grabbed some tar. Oh, there's that wolf cub. So we'll push him out. We'll kill him later. Come on. What? Serious? Okay, so they're still making love. And we've got one out there already. There's two. There's some tar there as well. So I'll just keep producing. Okay, so let's get a 45. And we'll stick that in there, and then we can get on top of it. And what we're doing here is we're protecting from the raids, particularly bats. You wouldn't think that bats would be such a big issue, but they are. And if you're kind enough, make sure that you buy a big issue. Alright, drop you in there. We might have to go one more up here. This might have to be a double. I don't know if that's going to meet in the middle. Oh, we can put the capping piece on it, can't we? Come on. So that's going to have a capping piece. I think I'm going to run out of wood soon. Alright, so yeah, this one's different. I knew we'd have a bit of an issue here. So it's not a massive issue, but who's gonna see it up here? Alright, let's just stick that in here. No one's going to see it. Alright, I missed some wood. Wood. There's none up there, is there? There's some there. There's no wood that way. Any wood down here, guys? Yeah. I chucked it on the ground in the last episode. There's 50, that should be enough. So I don't know what the time is, but you've got to be 12 meters away. For all animals in Valheim, you've got to be 12 meters away for them to have another baby. So I haven't measured this. I don't really care because they will eventually move. But they seem to be going alright at the moment. We'll stick you in, and then we have to put that in the corner. Where? Up. I go up there and it doesn't know the spawn point. So I have to get up there again. Oh, hang on. Can I jump up? Okay, corner and corner. Fill you in. Fill this one in. Oh, that's not right, but it's working. And then one in there, one here, and then we just use the caps. One there, one there, and one there. There we go. So now they're protected. I could chuck something in there if I wanted to. Isn't there a capping thing? This one, but it has to go both ways. Anyway, that's fine. Okay, so there we go. So that's the basics of the wolf farm. I'll fill in all the walls, of course, try to make it as pretty as possible. We need to set up a feeding station, put some meat and some pork over there. Next one I'm going to do is the pig farm. And I'm going to do pretty much exactly the same thing, except they're going to fall into a puffer fish farm so that they die immediately. So we go outside. How many we got? We got one here, 2, 3. I could dig this out if I wanted to, which I might do, or I might get the kids. So there's 3 here, but eventually they're going to move away, so they will be 12 meters away all the time. Anyway, if you like the video, make sure you like and subscribe. Costs you nothing, helps out the channel, helps out the YouTube algorithm, the stupid way that it works. And also, don't get too frustrated. YouTube have changed their ad policy, and I don't know if you guys have noticed, but when I watch videos now, there's an ad every 20 seconds or something like that. And anyway, I hope you like it, and until next time, stay Valheim, and we'll see you then. Salada.